Story time. Listen, man. One piece of advice I gave somebody. If I couldn't give you any advice, I'm sweating up here. If I can't give you any advice on anything, I want to give you this type of advice when it comes to relationship. Do not check a phone. If I can give you any advice on anything on relationships, I give you this. Do not check a phone if you are not prepared to take action. If you're not prepared to take action, if I can give you any advice, I'll give you this. This is one thing I live by. I do not believe in checking phones. If I could give you any advice on anything in pertaining to relationships, I say this. Do not check a phone if you're not prepared to take an action. Let me say that one more time for the church. Do not check a phone if you are not prepared to take some sort of action. Because what's going to happen is if you check that phone and you're not prepared to step or leave or abandon mission, you're just going to be the one, you're just going to be the one fighting your demons. You feel me? I'm kind of off right now. Listen, man, if I can't give y'all no type of advice, I'm going to give you this. Do not check a person's phone unless you're willing to take some type of action. And I really mean like unless you ready to leave. If you find something that you don't like, don't check their phones because you're going to be miserable. If you're not prepared to take that sort of action, it doesn't make any sense for you checking that phone. Because most of the times, if you get to the point where you feel like you got to check a phone, something already wrong in the first place. And if you go through that, you're going to find what you're looking for. But the real question is, what are you going to do about it? If you're not prepared to do anything about it, you're going to be stuck like Chuck. If you're not prepared to do anything about it, you're going to be sick. If you're not prepared to do anything about it, you're just going to check that phone and you definitely going to find what you didn't want to find. But what are you going to do after that? You're just going to, at that point, build up with hate and resentment. So if you're going to check it, you need to make sure that you're prepared to leave. You need to make sure that you're prepared to give a person their walking papers. Because you're going to find what you're looking for. And if you don't do something about it, you're really just going to sit around. You're going to sit around and you're going to be bitter. You're going to be beside that person. You're just going to hate that person and be resentful and be bitter. And what's the point of all that? If you're going to stay with them after you find something, what's the point of checking it? That defeats the purpose. If you're going to stay with them after you find something, what's the point of checking it? So don't check that phone unless you're prepared to leave. I got an amazing story. I got a rule I live by as far as phones concerned. I don't care about a female checking my phone. Like, if we're in a relationship and if we are in a relationship, my phone pretty much open. But here's my only one rule. I'm not going to check your phone. But if you ever check mine, you giving me permission to go through any of your devices in any form and fashion that I want to. So, my phone is open. But if you go, let me say it again. If you go through my phone, I'm checking any of your devices in any manner I want to. So, fellas, a lot of times we slip up, we might just check the messages and check the call log. But nah, brother, they ain't with a dirty. Let me tell you something. If I check your phone, I'm checking call log. I'm checking your iMessage. I'm checking your green message. I'm checking to see if you got some of those, some of them lit phone apps on there. I'm going to check your email. I'm going to check your notes. They be putting a lot of stuff in notes. I'm going to check all your social media. Now, y'all going to say he crazy. Nah, I'm really not. I don't want to be crazy. That's why I don't check phones. I don't want to check a phone, but if you check my phone, you're giving me permission to check yours. And when I check yours, I'm doing a deep clean. Let me tell you another reason. Let me tell you a reason I don't like to check phones. Because for any person who checks a person's phone, you're going to become obsessive. It's going to be a insatiable feeling that you can't quite fulfill. Once you start, you're not gonna stop. You're just gonna become more and more invasive. And like I say, and again, if you're not gonna do anything about it, stop doing it. You're just gonna become obsessed, more and more invasive over everything. And to me, doing that is not peace in a relationship when you're doing that. It's not peaceful. Even if that person not doing anything, you're gonna find something to make something out of. Because at this point, you have an obsession, and if you are dealing with a person who really not doing nothing, you're really gonna push them away and make them do something. That's what's gonna happen. You're really just gonna push them out of your life. Now, if somebody's really doing something, you're just gonna find what you want to find. Not what you want to find, but you're gonna find what you're looking for. But you still got to do something about it. All right, but don't get caught up into that obsessive behavior. You're not gonna like yourself. You're not gonna like your relationship. And you won't like the person you with, even if they're not doing anything, because I'm telling you, you're going to become obsessive and anything's going to become a problem. Anything's going to be perceived as an issue or infidelity because you are already checking for that, because you already obsessing over that, because you already on like, your defense is already up. A smile, a comment, a like, somebody, it ain't even got to be them liking something. It could be somebody liking a picture because you already on your defense up. Anything that happens, you're not gonna like yourself. You're not gonna like a relationship. So I feel like if you feel like you're with that type of person that's not being faithful and not being the person you want them to be, you probably just need to step. You're not gonna love them. You're not gonna love yourself if you become obsessive and intrusive.